Welcome back to a basic guide to understanding our reservation system. This video will deal with the room account section of your reservations, the last part of the system we need to cover. We will first cover the room account of a single reservation and later move on to group reservations, which are slightly different. We will start by opening a single reservation and clicking on the Room Account tab. This screen consists of four main parts: Room Account, which lists all the services provided for the room; Documents, which shows invoices issued; Payments, which shows payments that have been made; and finally, at the bottom, the overall balance on the room. These sections interact with each other in a simple way. A service is provided, like accommodation, meals, additional services, etc., which is entered in the Room Account section. These charges are moved to a document, so you can issue an invoice to your guest. Once the guest makes a payment, you assign the payments to the corresponding invoice in the document section. Afterwards, the balance, which is the total of all items on the room, minus the payments made, which is hopefully zero, is displayed at the bottom. This video will cover only the Room Account section, which is the list of services. The document and payment sections will be addressed in later videos. The Room Account section automatically generates some charges, like accommodation, taxes, or any mandatory services, according to your reservation parameters. The first thing you need to know is that items may be blue or gray. Blue items automatically change if you adjust the reservation, like length of stay or number of guests. Gray items need to be manually changed. If you edit a blue item, it will turn gray and need to be adjusted manually from that point on. Now let's explain the buttons in the top right corner of the Room Account section. This button adds a new item to the room account. If you have predefined services, they will show up once you start typing, and if you click one, the item and its preset price will be added to the room account. You can also create an entirely new item with whatever price you choose, for something like room damages. This button is for discounts and surcharges. You can decide how much the discount or surcharge will be and which item it is applied to. This button changes the room account to non-refundable, and all items will be shown in yellow. This button recalculates all items in the room account. If you think items have been added incorrectly or you're confused about some charges, this button will restore the default charges according to your reservation parameters. This button changes the type of currency. You must have the same currency for all items. Each time you switch currencies, you will be asked if you want to recalculate prices by the prices you've set on your price list, or according to an exchange rate. This button is used to split or merge items in the room account. You can split or merge charges by guest, by night, or by type of service. Now let's move on to the room account for group reservations. There are two different tabs for this: Rooms and Group Account. In the Rooms tab, you see that each room in the group has its own account. The Group Account tab shows information for the entire group reservation. You can easily move items back and forth between the individual room accounts and the group accounts using this button. We will demo three different scenarios. Let's say a company makes a large group reservation for its employees and all charges, accommodation, and any additional services are paid by the company. All items can be put on the group account, so only one invoice is issued and the company pays for everything. If we go to the Rooms tab, we'll see that there are no charges to the rooms. They all appear in the group account. If a company only wants to pay for accommodation, all accommodation items can be placed on the group account, resulting in one accommodation invoice for the company. Any additional services will be charged to the employees by assigning them to their individual rooms. Now let's say two families are booking their stay together and want to pay separately. In this case, there will be no items in the group account. You move all items from the group account to separate room accounts. This way, each family will get separate invoices and only pay for themselves. That's all for today. Thank you for joining us.